And welcome back to What's Working with Tampa Bay. I'm your host, Doug Tobin with CareerSource Tampa Bay today. And today we're shifting gears to a cool tool available at the Tampa Center. It's one of our largest centers in the Tampa Bay region for workforce, and it feels a bit like we're stepping into the future. And today joining me is Program Coordinator with CareerSource Tampa Bay, Kristen Wynn. Thank you for joining us today. And today we're talking about the Career Clarity Pod, aren't we?
We are, Doug. Thank you so much for having me.
So if I'm walking into the Tampa Center, and that's located at 9215 North Florida Avenue in Tampa, that's North Florida Avenue, where do I find this as I walk into this big center, and what exactly is the goal of the Career Clarity Pod?
Sure. Well, when you first come into the center, you're going to see our friendly staff in our reception area. You're going to sign in with the front desk, and then you'll come right over to our resource room where we have a dedicated area for our Career Clarity Pod.
Now, the big buzz around the Career Clarity Pod is technology, and I hear virtual reality is one of the big areas of this. Let's talk a little bit about the virtual VR part of that.
Yeah, virtual reality. We have some handsets as well as our headsets, which will take customers directly into that immersive experience to try on different careers before they're spending money, going to school, finding a position in that career.
So there's a resource room in the Career Clarity Pod too. We'll talk a little bit more about the VR portion, but you can also sit down at the computer and learn about career opportunities or a specific career. You can do some research. Tell me about that portion.
Yes, you can. We have multiple different websites that we can walk people through, one of which is the Career Pathways portal, and that will help somebody to identify the different careers that might be of interest to them.
One of the interesting things is the database, and I was just talking to Dr. Clayton just the other day, and he's one of the founders of the Career Clarity Pod and worked on the data that actually goes into it, is you can research careers right here in the Tampa Bay area and find out with real-time data, that's up to date within the last few months, how much maybe the salary for a particular job is. So that's always important to find out too, isn't it?
Definitely. You can also find out which programs within WIOA might be eligible for training.
So the virtual reality really is an incredible aspect. It's one thing to hear about a job, but it's always, to me, amazing to be able to see it firsthand. And what are people seeing through those virtual reality headsets?
Oh, they love it. They love it. They are simulations anywhere from manufacturing to healthcare and IT. And what they do is they walk through different tasks on the job. They use their hands to control different items and while completing different simulations within the model.
What have you found people's response when they actually are trying out a job firsthand that they may have not been able to explore before and doing it virtually?
Sure. Well, there's been opposite ends of the spectrum. There's been some that have been very excited. It meshes very well with what they're looking to do. And then they have others that might be interested in healthcare, and then they see it might be a little bit more graphic than they're anticipating, and they step away a little bit and start to find some other interests.
So we've talked about, at least CareerSource Tampa Bay kind of looks at some high growth industries specific to the Tampa Bay region. And tell us about that. Can they explore those high growth industries with the virtual reality as well?
Yes, they can. They can. Anywhere from IT to healthcare, manufacturing. We're very excited to offer those types of programs both through our Career Clarity Pod website, such as the Career Pathway portal, and our virtual reality equipment.
Well, this sounds wonderful, and I've heard great things about the Career Clarity Pod, the virtual portion of it, as well as the research portion we can sit at the computer. It sounds like a must for anyone who's looking for a change in a career or wants to explore their career. Do they have to make reservations, or what's the best way to kind of get started?
Sure. So what they're going to do is go to our website to make a reservation, go under Career Seekers and Career Pathways. So it'll be nice and easy.
All right. Well, if you've you've seen a little bit of it during this video, if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening to us on the iPods, go ahead and come on in to the CareerSource Tampa Bay Center. It's immersive, engaging, and accessible. And Kristen Wynn, thanks for giving us the breakdown. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. Go check out the future of career searching at the Tampa Center. Now, you can find the address of the Tampa Center along with all 7 of the career centers by going to our websites, www.CareerSourceTampaBay, or if you'd like the shorter version, it's CareerSourceTB.com, and it's right at the bottom. Scroll all the way. You'll have all 7 of our locations, and you're looking for the one at North Florida Avenue. Here it's the Tampa Center. Again, thanks for joining us for our What's Working with Tampa Bay podcast. Until next time, we'll see you then.